Good morning, everyone. Uh, the last topic we had, Enum, anyway. Right. Enum is an abstract class from java.lang package and which generate enum objects. Enum objects. Enum is an abstract class from java.lang package and which generate enum objects. Enum objects. That's one abstract class actually. Right. See there. java.lang.enum. java.lang.enum. So enum is one abstract class. Actually, enum is one abstract class. Some methods are available. Some methods. Now, we have to imaginate enum one abstract class. One abstract class. Enum. This is from Lang anyway. java.lang. So enum has some methods. Among the toString method also available. toString method normally available. toString method. Now, this enum needs one object. For this enum, object should come actually. To generate objects, we use enum keyword. The statement is, we use the following syntax. The following syntax to generate enum objects. We use following syntax to generate enum objects. Enum objects means enum extension objects. Then the syntax is enum name, open flower bracket. Here some elements you can declare, some variables you can declare, some methods you can declare. So we use the following syntax to generate enum objects. Enum objects. Right. We use enum keyword to declare enums, and which hold variables, methods, first elements, which hold elements, variables, and methods. Variables and methods. This is the way of syntax actually. Sir, what is this elements? See there. Now, small thing only. Enum is one abstract class. Generally, the rule is abstract class should have one extension class. That only concept actually. But the extension class is declared in the form of enum. Extension class is declared in the form of enum. That only syntax. There the objects will come. So objects are for extension classes, no? So here objects are for this enum, we say. Sir, what is this elements? I want to know. What is this elements? Here E is there, no? Sir, what is this elements now? The program, you get a clarity here. Right click, new. Can you see enum? Right. Can you see record here? Sunday I conducted one record, no? Generally. This is enum. You know class, you know interface, you know package, and enum. You are taking one enum. Enum, I'll take cars always. Enum name. Like your class interface enum, one component. That is nothing but extension of enum abstract class. That's the meaning actually. So finish. This is enum. Now in this enum, In this enum, I'll take elements Figo, Alto, Desire. I'm taking the car names. See there, I'm not declaring anything now. Int, float, I'm not declaring. Just I'm taking elements. This I'll call it as elements. I'm declaring. Sorry, if we declare like this, what happened? Suppose I declared one enum here. I am declaring one enum. That enum name is cars. I'm taking. Here I took one Figo, roughly. Alto, Desire, I took it, roughly. But actually what happened now? How many elements are there? That many objects are created. How many elements are there? That many objects are created. Each element is one object. Each element is one object. Each element is one object actually. Here, Figo. Here, Alto. This is one object actually. They are enum objects. So each element will become one object. To display them, one toString method is available. To display them, one toString method is available. One toString method available. One toString method available. One toString method available. This is. Now, sir, where these objects will come when they are created? See there. I will take here. Here I will take display enum. I am taking one main class. Display enum. I am taking one main class. In this main class now, here, I want to display them. Now, system.out.println display from enum. Display from enum. I am displaying from enum. Whenever I want to display from enum, actually here, cars dot values here. This cars dot values will create one array actually. This cars dot values will create one array actually. Cars dot values will create one array. All of you understood this point now? It's an array. Here array. One array generated. So what is the array holding means? Enum objects. What is the enum name means? Cars. So enum name is cars actually, right? This only. This one will be available on one object. Available on one object. Now, these elements are enum are available here. 0x11, 0x22, 0x33. Zero, 1 and 2. This address available on C. Actually. So this is the syntax. The syntax. Now, sir, is it array? If it is array, can I display like array? Array means you can use for loop no normally. Let us see. I'll use one for loop, end of loop here. Int I is equal to 0, I less than C dot length I plus plus. Now system dot out dot print ln C of 0 dot toString. Now it is array. All of you understood this? So whenever I declare one enum, what happen? In enum elements are there. Each element is become one enum object. All that enum object accommodated to one array. That only cars dot values we can accommodate. That is a process actually. So this is, so each element is indirectly, each element is one enum object. It's a concept. So here, this array is holding enum objects like this. Now, I want to add some variables. See there. For this, I want to add some variable. Public int price. I want to hold this price. I am adding one price. Whenever I added the price now, to load the data onto that price, I am using one constructor I am using. Constructor means same name of enum. Same name is there? No. Right. I am using constructor. Int price I am using. So this dot price is equal to price. Sir, why error is coming now? Sir, constructor is taking the parameter. Now this parameter must be given while object creation. What is object creation now? Each element is one object creation. Each element. So for this element only, we insert the price. Each element, we add the price here. Whenever you added the price here, element followed by price, element followed by price, element followed by price, nothing but car followed by price. Now this constructor will take it and load it onto price. So look will be like this now. So whenever I added one price here, one variable price I added one constructor cars of int price I added into price. So what happened here now, sir? Here one variable price. The price is equal to 800 will come if it is Figo. And the price is equal to 400 will come. Price is equal to 400 will come. Here, price is equal to some 600. So, this is the element, this is displaying, this is one price. Sir, price is available. See, let me display it. Here, I can display. Cost C of I dot price. I'm bringing the price now. Figo costs $800,000. Alto costs 400,000. Means I'm getting the price or not? No, this is the price. This is a price. Sir, can I add a method? You can add it. Here, to display that price, why don't I add a method? You can add it. Public int get price. Okay. This get price method will return RETURN, return price. So enum holding elements, enum holding constructor, enum holding variable, enum holding method. That's the theory. Now, instead of C dot price here, you can say C of I dot get price. So it will display. This is the enum behavior. So generally abstract class means extension needed, but an extension is created in the form of enum. That only concept of enum. So this is enum flavor. Here, whenever I declare int get price, that price will come here. Here a method will come. Get price. Here int get price, int get price, int get price. So now how the objects are created now, sir? How many elements are there? That many objects. So each element is one object. Each element is one object. So how many elements you write it, that many objects will come. That only concept. Understood this point now, right? This is concept. This is a different flavor and class interface enum. Class interface enum. Array can hold enum objects. Is holding or not now? Array is a concept can hold user defined class objects, wrapper class objects, string objects, enum objects. It is holding enum object or not? No, it is an array. So whenever you want to generate this enum, we are using cars dot values. The information is very short information. In Java simply, enums we are not using any, very less. Almost we never use. So class, interface, enum. These three components will be there. One concept, array. So array is one concept of holding multiple objects. These are all components. Components means alphabets. Class, one alphabet. Interface, one alphabet. Enum, one alphabet, right? Array, concept. Understood this point now? Array, concept, actually. Concept means array can hold multiple objects. The point. What array can hold? Class objects. Of course, interface depend upon the class, no? Right. So this depends upon the class. Leave it. It can hold enum objects also now. So finally, class, interface, enum. What is different mean? This is different. Actually, enum also one abstract class actually, but object creation is different. In enum, how many elements are there? That many internal objects are created. Not only demo here. I took 3 elements, Figo, Alto, Desire. Three internal 3 objects are created, not only boxes. All these 3 objects are accommodated to one array for organization concept. So total construction depends upon class and interface, but for interview purpose, you must know enum, right? Web service trainer will use this enum 1 or 2 locations, where means holding days in a week. 7 days in a week will be there, no? Sunday, Monday. Nobody can change it. Such things we keep in enum. Months in a year. Months in a year. 12 months will be there, right? Nobody can change it. And person gender, male or female. Like this, any defined list of components are there, we take the support of enum. Unless enums we never use. The great dominating factor for us is interface and class. So enum is the third priority, less used priority. Wherever we have a defined programming component, defined elements are there, there we use enum. 1 or 2 locations in web services we use, unless we never use enum. If anybody asks to define enum, the answer is enum is an abstract class from java.lang package. That's the first question. If he asks more, how can you create object for it? Then you must say, I'll use one enum keyword to generate objects for enum class. How you'll generate means syntax. Enum name, inside that flower bracket, open flower bracket, closed flower bracket. Inside that I'll write elements, variables, methods. Methods means constructor also will come, methods. Then if elements are there, how it is organized? If he is asking a question, then he will say, each element internally, one enum object is created. That only demo. 3 elements are there. 3 internal enum objects are created. How you are going to work with that object means, there we generate one array by using one values method. Here I used one method, values method or not? No, here. Values method. And once it is array, you know array chapter, no? I used old for loop I used. You can use extended for, you can use special iterator. Anything you can use it. So all will work on the same. So this is small thing to you. Here one more point. Sir, why you given private constructor here? Especially, already you know private constructor. If a class hold private constructor, object must be created internal to class, not external to class. That is a rule actually. So here, enum holding private constructor because these objects are created internally. That's the meaning actually. Sir, if I remove private, what happened now? If we remove private, error will not come. Why error will not come now? It automatically takes a private constructor. Sir, how can we know it is taking a private constructor? So declare it as public. Whenever you declare it as public now, error will come. The error is nothing but illegal modifier for the enum constructor. Only private is permitted. So what you observed here now, the constructors declared within the enum are automatically private constructors because the objects are created internally. That's a theory. So these are the few points to be recorded. Not so there are 2 programs to you. Make it example cars.java display enum enum.java. This is one main class and the output is followed by one diagram. I'll paste there, followed by one diagram for review purpose. Under that statements, note. Each element in enum, each element in enum internally generated as enum object. Each element in enum internally generated as enum object. Internally generated as one enum object. So each element internally generated as one enum object. The meaning is what now? One element, one object. Four elements, four objects. The point. We use values method to generate array to hold enum objects. To hold enum objects. The values method will support to generate one array accommodating enum objects. It's a theory. Right. The constructors which are declared within the enum must be only private constructors. Private constructors must be only private constructors because the objects are created internally. That's are created internally. Where we use in real time, generally we never think. So 1% also we never think about enum in the construction. Somewhere your trainers will bring any enum means, then you can use it generally. But enums are less used because nowadays enums are very less used because our components became very stronger. So many people are in the market and we are in the market. No, we are tightening ourselves and coming in that process. So in real time, enum is less used when compared to class and interface. Enum is less used on that. Sorry, if I want to use enum, where I can use it? Generally, enums are used. If you want it, enums are used to hold defined list of elements. Defined list of elements like weekdays, months, and so on. Because array is generating, no, it should be defined list. So like this. So this is the points. So finally, class interface, last one is enum. If we take array followed by collection followed by map. So these are the components to be remembered. So biggest sector is class and interface. Almost 80% course runs on class and interface. Okay, right. Now, summary of objects generated from core Java. Summary of objects generated from core Java. So you must remember 7 objects. Everybody should by heart. User defined class objects, string objects, wrapper class objects, array objects, collection objects, now map objects, then comes your enum objects. Everybody should remember these 7 objects. Where you covered these 7 objects, that only core Java. What you learned from core Java means I learned 7 types of objects in core Java. That only core Java syllabus. Right. Especially you must say this list to your ORM tool trainer. ORM means object relation mapping tools in the future. Object relation mapping. They are going to load the objects onto database table. Mapping. The data available in the object will be loaded onto database table one day. On that day, they'll ask how many objects covered from core. Then you must say the list. So these are the objects available. I covered the point. For all your diagrams are there. In your book, all diagrams are there. All object forms are available. Now, here complete list of objects. Complete list of objects means by subcategory under each. Like this. User defined class anyone, but under string objects, we had string objects are there. We had string buffer objects, string builder objects. So 3 types of objects under string. Under wrapper classes, byte object is there. Short object. Integer object. Integer object. Long object. Float object. Double object. Character object. Boolean object. Total 8 objects from wrapper class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When array comes now, array of user defined class objects. Array of wrapper class objects. Array of string objects. Array of array objects. Array of array objects. Nothing but charged array. Now, object array. We had object array. So these are the array flavors we had. So these are the array flavors we had. So when it comes to collection, majorly set objects are there. List objects are there. Queue objects are there. Queue objects. Among set we had hash set object. Hash set object. Linked hash set. Linked hash set object. Tree set object. Among list we had array list object. Linked list object. Vector object. And vector has one child, that is stack object. So Q has one child, that is DQ. Anyway, under Q we had priority queue. Priority queue object. Under DQ we had array DQ object. And linked list comes under DQ also. Linked list comes under DQ also. Linked list object. Now, if it is map, so map has hash map object, linked hash map. Linked hash map object. Tree map object. Hash table object. So these are the objects. Same order will be there, your syllabus. You can check the notes, they'll come in the same order. We core Java trainers will maintain that order. Because we are the basis for the remaining, no? So we produce that notes. Right. Utility objects. List of utility objects. 1. Scanner object. Daily you're using one scanner object, no? That's called utility object. String tokenizer. String tokenizer. String joiner. String joiner object. Now, collections. Collections, one class is there, no? Collections, one class. Collections class object. Arrays. Arrays class object. So you can say utility objects or utility classes, no problem. So the list of cursor objects. List of cursor objects. Iterator object. List iterator. Iterator object. Enumeration. Enumeration object. Special iterator. Special iterator object. Special iterator object. So the major wing. Of course, for each there are some retrieval process. These are the major objects to be remembered. Objects. This is the minimum core Java knowledge you should have. This only core Java. Only core Java. Object oriented programming means all these objects will be covered part of your core. Majorly these 7 you have to remember. After that, remaining for knowledge purpose, they are all. One FAQ. What is the difference between container objects, cursor objects, and utility objects? Utility objects. Container objects, cursor objects, and utility objects. Container means the objects which are holding the data. They are known as container. So above objects are all containers only because they hold data. Container objects will hold data. Cursor objects will retrieve the data. Utility objects do some operations on that data. Right. Make one line. Container objects. Container objects. The objects which hold the data. The objects which contains the data, if not, which contains the data are known as container objects. Are known as container objects. Cursor objects. The objects which are used to retrieve the data, are known as cursor objects. Cursor objects. Utility objects. The objects which perform operations on other objects. Other objects are known as utility objects. Are known as utility objects. So this is the object-oriented flavor. Right. If you count that objects, if you count it, you must count only container objects. The remaining are optional. Utility, they are all optional, right? Almost 30 to 31 objects will come if we count container. See there. 1 and 3, 4 plus 8, 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 16 plus 3, 19, 19 plus 4, 23, 23 plus 3, 26, 26 plus, 1 minute. This is 4. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 5, how much? 17. 17 plus 3, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 plus 2 only you must take. Because linked list already came, no? Right. How much? 26. 26 plus 4, 30. 30 plus 1, 31. 31. You are attending advanced Java, no? Already? Right. Core Java, 30 to 31 objects. In advanced Java, JDBC. Connection object, statement object, prepared statement, callable, result set, row set, database metadata, parameter metadata, result set metadata, row set metadata. So JDBC 10 objects. Right? Servlet. Servlet context, servlet config, servlet request, servlet response, print writer, session, cookie, Java beans, DAOs, and one extra JCF there. So total 10. Servlet 10. Right? JSP 9. Not entered, no? 9. EL 11. Total, this is 40. 40 plus 31. How much now? 71. This is object oriented. This is object oriented. So, because they'll ask in the market, do you know core Java? Advanced Java means, do you know 70 objects? That's the meaning actually. If you know minimum that 70 objects, you are a writer. So if you don't know them only, something you are not understanding. The only concept. I am not understanding. The meaning is nothing but you not completed. One student will go for interview in the middle of core Java. Sir, yesterday one question came, sir. When this question will come, they'll ask. But why you gone for interview without completing? The same way, if you don't know all the parts, what happened? Something will be new only. If you know all the things, nothing will be new. That only, student will miss that. That only experience. When the experience adds on, he'll be looking all that objects directly or indirectly. The experience will train something. That only, experience increases, automatically package increases. Because experience also will train something to you. Through experience. Means when you see a new component, he will learn and go forward. When he see it, learn forward. So like this is even myself also. Core Java, Advanced Java. Whenever I train it, my target is 70. At any cost, I'll train 70 objects. At any cost. Only in core Java, time will be deviated. Advanced Java, nothing is there. Even if I sit correctly for 2 Sundays, Advanced Java will be over. Management also knows that. Core Java means a headache for management. Because new versions will come, new keys will come. Every 6 months, one version will come. So expansion will come. Student will not understand. We have to drag it. One like this, core Java, some deviation will come. 10 to 15 days, sometime deviation will come. But Advanced Java, nothing is there. You are already observed in 11 AM. If I daily, I leave the class half an hour before only. Because if I add that half an hour before, also my course will be ended within 2 months. Already my course is coming to ending already. Core Java not ended, Advanced Java came to ending. Observe this, no? Already came. Management knows that Venkatesh sir started Advanced Java means nothing is there. Because I can train Advanced Java within 5 days also I can train it. If a student can sit 6 hours per day, morning 9 to 5, he can sit with me for 6 days. Monday by Saturday, I'll make you to develop web application. That much of easy will be there, advanced. Core Java not possible. Very lengthy. Because management like us people, they'll keep us in the core Java because we have to handle all these subjects, we have to remember it. It's not because we trainers are not preparing and coming, we maintain one flow and come. So in that flow, I complete it. All that reach I done to almost 30 objects I reached. Now I'll go for conclusion. In the conclusion, I'm picking a small topic, multi-threading in Java. Make a heading. So who are attending my Advanced Java batch? I'm going to write these 70 objects there. 11 AM. Within 10 days, I'm going to list it. 70 objects. List it. After that, Advanced Java completed. Core Java material. Link Advanced Java material. Total 70 objects will come. If you keep in the order, core, advanced, Venkatesh sir book, who are maintaining manual copy, you can take one printout of my copy from Google Classroom, one spiral bind and one spiral binding of advanced, keep side by side and count it. If you come to the last EL object will come. Only few students will observe that. Only few. Maybe 2% or 3% students will observe that. But we are maintaining the flow. 70 objects we are releasing to the market. If we don't know also, market knows. Market people are observing us. They knows. Core Java trainers are releasing 70 objects went into market. So whether student is learning or not learning, a student only. Your wish that is. Because this is not graduation study, no, career oriented. Career oriented means you must not leave it until you understand it. This is only student side will be there, not teacher side. Teachers will deliver. We deliver, our way will be the deliver. Ultimately, student only should learn, no other choice. Nobody will ask you. You only should learn. You are learning or not learning, we don't know, but we release the subject into market by 70 objects. That's a rule. Now, in this way, I am entering into one concept, star mark IMP. Multi-threading process in Java. Multi-threading process in Java. Multi-threading process in Java. Here, whenever we start advanced Java, we start with define application. Actually, here also same. Because all sector completed, nothing is there with us. Multi-thread is one concept where Java program is trying to respond to more than one user. That only concept actually. Okay, right. In this, define application. Define application. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application. Right. Already in advanced, you are doing application development. We are bringing multiple programs and we are doing some actions there already. Notes on access modifiers. Right. Here, always from advanced, so in the advanced already, user related application, we call it as user app. One application, user app, one application, where we are having user registration, register, user login, view profile, edit profile, and log out. So each one is one program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 programs collected together to perform one defined action. That we are calling it as application. Right? Okay. Now, define process. Define process. General meaning of process is execute generally, but according to Java developer, we people, we don't know about other language what they will call it. According to Java developer, application under execution is a process. Make it. According to Java developer, application under execution is a process. According to Java developer, application under execution is a process. Is a process. Right. Sir, why application under execution is a process? The reason, our Java application, so this total is process only. This application totally you can call it as one process. The total application you call it as process. Sir, why you are calling total application as process? The reason, our user from web browser. Now imagine it, 2 users. 2 users means 2 different web browsers only. 2 users means 2 different web browsers. So here, user 2. Here, user 1. Now, http://www.userapp.com. Like this they'll call it. So, http://www.userapp.com. So, they are calling the programs, they are calling the applications. You'll call the application, no? We never call the program. Only in core Java we run the program. That's all. Only in one core Java, followed by demo employee. We call the program. Advanced Java servlet programming, what you are doing now? Right click on web application, deploy. You are deploying the program or deploying the application? Deploying the application, advanced. In Advanced Java, we give a process, no? Right click on application, run on server, select Tomcat, click finish. Automatically the application loads onto Tomcat. Means what? You are running application. You are not running program. So for us, application under execution is a process. All of you understood this point now, right? Okay. Now, this user says that I am a new user. I'll do registration. And one user says that I am an old user. I'll go with login. Because student, you only will ask me starting stage, sir, why subclasses? That is the reason. Why subclass means one subclass will be used by one user, another subclass will be used by another user. That only concept. If we keep all in the main program, how will you use it? That is a major advantage of object-oriented. Right? Now I took 2 subclasses, one register, one login. Now one user can use registration, one user can use login. It is possible. If it is a subclass is there, it is possible. Students will ask us, you people only in the starting stage, Sir, can I write all the program? I written no subclass, addition, subtraction, multiplication, modulo division. 5 subclasses I written. Student will ask, sir, if I write all in the main, answer coming no means I cannot answer them. Actually, as a trainer, I will not answer them. I'll say you can write it, I'll say. I will not say more than that. You can write it, no problem, but you must not write it in object. I'll give that information only. I cannot say this much of story, no, he will not understand. If he is really in our domain, if student is really, he selected our domain, he travels with us. If he is traveling, he only will understand. If he is not interested, he will drop in the starting stage. That is different issue. We never catch anybody. So domains are with interest, no. Because survival, no. 30, 40 years survival. That should be interested only. So if we drop in the middle also, we never ask him because interest different will be there, catching mode different way. I also never answer Andy. Sir, can I write all these insert? Because they'll go to one C trainer, they'll go to one Python trainer. Sometimes they'll write all together. They will see and come, nothing wrong. They'll see the friend book. They'll see it. So why to hurt him? We say, write it, no problem, but not preferable, I'll say. That's all. But when it comes to servlet programming, you will understand. So that much of journey, he comes and say, okay, on that day we practiced subclasses because one subclass to one user, another subclass to another user. If I keep these two logics in a same class, one user has to wait, no. You are doing login. Why you are keeping registration logic in you? You are keeping the registration logic in your bag. You are doing login process. What registration is doing in your bag? Remove them and give to somebody. That only object-oriented modularity concept. Object-oriented modularity concept. Divide into pieces. Keep them separate so that you can give access to somebody. That's only meaning. You can suppose you are writing one book, example. Your one book is there. Now 5 students are waiting in the line now, example. Now they have to copy it. One book is there. He has to write 5 papers and give to the second one. He write 5 papers and write it. So instead of maintaining a book, why don't you maintain 5 papers? You can write one paper and give it. No, you will write second paper or not now. When you are writing a second paper, second person is copying the first paper or not now. That only multi-thread. If all are together, what happened now? Until 5 papers written by the first student, remaining second student has to wait it. That's called modularity. Object-oriented programming, very popular in the internet world. The reason, modularity. C language not preferable to enter because it is a structured code. All are available together, not preferable. Here, C, 2 users can use. Sir, can you prove it? Yes, in advance I will prove it. The same program I'll run with mobile phone and laptop. One browser from mobile phone, one browser from laptop will run it. And we'll make a parallel registration to database. We do it. We do that. Because I have to prove it now. Java is object-oriented. Java is multi-thread. I must prove it. We're going to prove that also. So this is finally a process. Application under execution is a process. Task. Define task. Define task. The part of process is known as task. Underline, part of process. Right. What is the name of this bar, Andy? What is the name of this bar? Task bar. Sir, why they are calling task bar? I don't know, sir, but I completed my engineering, sir. Many people will be there. Why they are not calling program bar? I don't know, sir. Why Galvin is not calling it as a application bar? I don't know, sir, but I completed my CSA BTech. Why it is a task? Task means part of process. Right? According to Java, I don't want to touch operating system. If I touch operating system, I'll go very internally there. So because I'm writing the statement according to, I'm writing my own interpretation. That's the meaning. Why we write notes very clearly. My view, I don't want OS, platform independent. If I touch is the biggest sector again. Right? So according to developer, I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. According to Java developer, my view. Other people, what they speak it, we don't know. So we never bother also. Because we came by 1995, all people came after us. They can speak anything. But we speak according to Java developer, application under execution is process. Part of process. Part means what now? Each program in application is a task. Here, how many parts are available in this application now? Sir, there are 5 parts available in the application. There are 5 parts available in the So, this is one task. This is task 1. Some task. This is one task. This is one task. This is one task. This is one task. So, application has 5 parts. Part of process. Application means process. Process means application. Part of process. Part of application is task. Right. Here, down I am writing note. According to Java developer. We are only adding that note session because students will speak to much people and they'll be confused. To overcome that, we write these notes. According to Java developer, each program in application is a task. According to Java developer, each program in application is a task. Already you know, according to advanced Java, each program under application is a servlet program. Servlet means a server program. Each program in application is a servlet program. Servlet program. So remaining definition tomorrow, because we are entering deeply now. Multitasking, process-based multitasking, thread-based multitasking, thread definition, multi-threading, creating thread and executing thread. That's the concept. So tomorrow we create a thread, we execute a thread, right? And we start the synchronization also. Almost 60 to 70% will get a clarity by tomorrow. Pending, I'll do it on Monday. That's the plan. Okay, right. Take a break for today.